It's so restful back there. Pick me up tomorrow when you're out of the parlor. Best carpool I've ever been in. Oh, it's only you, Lily. I thought it was something scary.
Herman, come with me.
Oh, what's the happy occasion?
The reading of a will.
Oh, goody. That sounds like a fun thing.
Herman, an uncle of yours, a Kavanaugh Munster from England, has passed on. To coin a phrase, he went out like a light.
Uncle Kavanaugh? I didn't know there were any English Munsters.
Marilyn, dear, no matter where you go in the world, you can always dig up one of our relatives.
Come on, let's open the will and see what kind of loot we got.
Now, I want us all to remain calm, no matter what this says.
Proceed, Lily. As usual, we Munsters will be the soul of propriety and decorum.
I, Lord Kavanaugh Munster, 4th Earl of Shropshire, hereby convey and bequeath unto my beloved nephew, Herman Munster, my entire estate, lands, and properties, thereby investing him with the charter, duties, and title of Lord Munster, 5th Earl of Shropshire.
I'm rich. I'm rich.
I'm rich.
Yes, Grandpa?
I used to think they'd always be in England, but now I'm not so sure.
Hurry up, Grandpa, or we'll miss the boat.
I'll be right with you. I'm just finishing up an experiment. Boy, that's good booze.
I guess I'm ready. How do I look?
Oh, fine, Marilyn. Just fine.
Well, I'm all set. I'll just check my portable laboratory. You know, I can't go anywhere without my little goodies.
Come on, Marilyn. I've got my surfboard. Let's go.
Dear, I wish there was something we could do about Marilyn. Poor unfortunate thing.
Well, don't look at me. She's your sister's kid, you know. No one on my side of the family ever looked like that.
Oh. Well, maybe she'll meet some nice boy on board ship and fall in love and get married.
Yeah, we could use some fresh blood in the family.
Goodbye, Spot. Don't eat anybody till we get back.
Herman, don't forget to lock the door.
Oh.
Oh, Herman, I'm just so thrilled about going to England. I've got vulture bumps all over.
Alfie, no need to go all goggle-kneed every time we makes a pick-up here at Munster Hall. If the place gives you the shivers, there's no need to look at it.
But it makes me skin crawl, Joey. You know, me old mum says they have a different murder here every week. Just like changing films at the cinema.
Yes, dear?
Do you have a feeling we're being stared at?
I don't know why. I've gone to great lengths to remain incognito.
Emily? Emily? Emily, where are you, Emily? Beg your pardon.
Can I do anything else, sir? For me? Oh, thank you.
Oh, Grandpa!
It's okay, kid. I'll catch you later.
Grandpa, your stateroom's right next door. And Marilyn, yours is right across the hall, dear.
Good, I'll go and unpack.
Oh, Marilyn, if you should happen to meet any strange men on board, be sure and speak to them.
That's right, dear. Don't let your unattractiveness make you self-conscious.
Yes, Uncle Herman. Hey, Mom, look at this neat place for me to sleep.
Oh, yes, Eddie. It's mahogany and even has handles on it. At night you'll feel right at home.
Mom, how come Pop inherited an English title? I thought he was made in Germany.
Well, you see, Eddie, at an early age, your father left Dr. Frankenstein's lab in Germany.
That's right, son.
And then he arrived in England, and he was adopted by a family called Munster, who gave him their name.
Oh, Emily. Well, Emily, you've been drinking too much. You look awful.
I beg your pardon.
I always hated you anyway, you old bag, Emily.
Oh, hi, Emily.
I wondered who she was.
All ashore that's going to shore. All visitors ashore.
Oh, dear Herman, I just hope we don't have a rough crossing.
A bit of rough weather would only quicken the pulses of an old salt like me. Like the Viking of old, I'm looking forward to the sea spray, the white caps, the rolling blue waters, and the rise and fall of a great ship. Heave ho on the bounding main! Help! Help!
Herman, what's the matter?
We're moving. We're moving, dear. Let me lie down on my stomach. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Oh, dear.
Grandpa, what's wrong with Pop?
What's wrong with him? The mighty Viking is about to heave ho.
bed now for 2 days. You're not going to die.
I know I'm not. I'm not strong enough to die.
Relax, Herman. Eddie and Marilyn are down in the hold right now, getting my portable laboratory out of our car. I'll whip you up a seasick potion, have you back on your feet before you can say Jack the Ripper.
What's the matter? Eddie, will you get out of there? It's not your car, and you're acting very childish. But gee, Marilyn, this car's the wildest. You get in and try. Don't be silly. I'm much too old for that sort of thing. Now, take this up to Grandpa. He needs it. Okay. But since you got to be an old lady of 19, you don't want to have any fun at all.
Your license, miss.
Oh, excuse me. Is this your car?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I really have no business in here. You see, I was just down here getting something, and my little cousin was fooling around, and I told him not to, and then I got in, and oh, how do you get out of this thing?
It sticks once in a while. There you are.
Thank you. Girl has trouble getting out of these things.
Yes, I think the Italians designed them that way. I've been racing it in America. What do you think of it?
Oh, it's real cute.
My dear girl, one does not refer to a Ferrari 3-liter overhead cam GT Spider as cute. Formidable, magnificent, sexy perhaps, but never cute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Would you like to see the motor?
If I'm not keeping you from anything.
Not at all.
Munster, stop throwing those tea-time temper tantrums on that cold floor. Get up. Come over here. And behave yourself.
I won't!
Freddie, you insufferable idiot. Do what Mum said.
I won't! Mumsy, this American rotter sends us this wireless, says he's coming on Wednesday, bringing his family, and he has the audacity to sign it Lord Munster.
My love, he is Lord Munster.
But you said I was going to be Lord Munster. You promised!
Stop snivelling, you clot. You know Father hated you and took his morbid revenge out on all of us by willing everything to this American relative.
Well, I still say we should have hired somebody to do him in. Like bashing him on the cranium with something jagged.
Freddie, we will do nothing so rash as bash. I have contacted our leader, the Griffin.
What does he, she, or it have to suggest?
You know, Mother, sometimes I think there's no such person at all as the Griffin. It's just some phantom you've conjured up to threaten us with. Oh, no, Grace. There is a Griffin, and it has supplied the answer to our getting rid of these monsters. And the answer is fear.
Fear?
Fear. Fear. They sound like ordinary low-class people and should frighten quite easily. So, we are to allow them to come, and then
I bash them on the cranium with something jagged. Oh, Mumsy, how is it?
Where did I There won't be no bashing! I'll nearly frighten them away.
Yes, Mumsy.
You rang, madam?
Yes, Crookshank. Run along now, children.
Mumsy.
Freddie! Put that battle axe back where it belongs.
Yes, Mumsy.
There's a love. Ah, the poor dears. They don't really believe that there is a griffin. But we know better, Crookshank, do we not?
Indeed we do, madam. Indeed we do.
I don't believe in all this griffin rot, so I've taken matters into my own hands.
Sure. What have you done now, you horrid gap-toothed Gilpin?
Well, I've arranged to have a little bon voyage package sent to Cousin Herman. I think my scheme will bear fruit. Bear fruit.
Bear fruit? I don't get it.
No, but he will.
The old medicine man is here again.
I'm not going to take a pill. Not.
Lily, I think you're married to the original chicken of the sea.
Herman, you've been seasick for 3 days, and you're spoiling the trip for all of us. Now you take Grandpa's pill this minute.
No. Not unless he takes one first.
All right, Junior. Watch. Now, you see, stupid, I've been prescribing these seasick pills for centuries. Why, if it wasn't for these pills, Columbus would have discovered America hanging over the rail.
Grandpa,
What?
look at your hand.
Mamma mia! No. You see, Herman? You made me so nervous I took a wolf pill by mistake.
You dumb old mad scientist, you.
Grandpa, this is serious. What are you going to do?
What am I going to do? I'm going to hide. I hope I can make it to my cabin in time.
Hey, there's a dog. Let's grab it.
Do you have a leash I could borrow?
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, but all pets have to be confined while on board.
Oh, dear. That means he'll have to miss the captain's party tonight. Well, I guess we'll have to pick him up when we dock tomorrow.
I'm afraid that's impossible, ma'am.
You see, English law requires that all pets must be quarantined for a 6-month period.
Oh, quiet, Father. I'm trying to think. You heard me, Herman. You're going up right now and get Grandpa out of that kennel.
But gee, Lily, tonight's the night of the captain's party, dear. And I've got my sea legs now. And I want to go up the party and put on funny hats and be obnoxious and talk too loud and get stoned. Uphold the American image abroad.
Never mind that. You'll have plenty of time to make a fool of yourself when you get to England.
Well, okay. If that's a promise. But gee, this is my last chance to meet Marilyn's new boyfriend and have some fun, and Now I gotta go up and get that mangy old party pooper out of the clink.
On your way. We're not going to Munster Hall and collect your inheritance while my father rots in quarantine.
But even if I do get Grandpa, how are we gonna smuggle him through customs?
Well, I'll think of something. You just keep a level head on your shoulders. What's the matter now, Herman?
I don't know who the friend was who sent us this fruit, but my apple is ticking.
It's just your wristwatch.
Oh.
Now you go and say goodnight to Eddie and get going!
Yes, dear, yes. Good night, Edward.
Good night, Pop.
Herman, give me that. Ooh. Noisiest worm I ever heard. Oh, goody. Thunder.
Well, it's been a wonderful crossing. I don't know when I've ever felt like this about a girl before.
Come on, Roger. I bet you've had lots of romances before.
Well, I might as well be truthful. 8 or 10, perhaps a dozen.
How nice for you.
I'll never forget my first one. It was a Triumph.
You don't have to be that truthful.
Well, there's nothing to hide. It was a Triumph motorbike, and I was 16 years old.
Puppy love.
Then my taste got more sophisticated. There was a Loganda, an Alvis, a Bentley, an Alfa Romeo, ending with that luscious Italian beauty I have tucked away below decks. What's the matter?
All of a sudden, I feel so inadequate. As if I should have fenders or something.
Not at all. Your standard equipment will do very nicely.
Roger, do you always have to joke?
Well, what makes you think I'm joking?
Well, it's happened before. There was this boy back home who said all kinds of nice things to me, and, well, I guess he was joking because when I brought him home to meet my folks, all of a sudden he just disappeared and I never saw him again.
Marilyn, I've never been more serious in my life.
Be right back, Frank.
You hear that? I saw a movie once where a dog howled like that, and the next thing you know, he turned back into Lon Chaney Jr. Come on.
Oh, there you are, you dumb old wolf, you. I'll be out of here in no time. Grandpa, please. We're both boys. Come on.
There's someone down there. Go!
That's a strange way to act. I guess they're just not used to being in the presence of royalty.
Roger. All these nice things you've been saying to me. How can I make sure you're not just kidding me along with the line?
Oh, believe me, I'm not. It was that thing there.
There's nothing there.
But there was. It was 9 feet tall. A frightening creature.
Roger, you're not a bit funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. I saw it. It walked like this. And under its arm, it carried some sort of beast. It was wearing a dinner jacket.
The beast was wearing a dinner jacket.
No. The beast was naked. I mean, it wasn't wearing anything. Oh, all right. Don't believe me.
Well, why should I? You wanted to give me the brush off. You didn't have to make up stories about beasts and monsters.
Now, why would I want to get rid of you? You're the most beautiful girl I've ever met.
Roger, on top of everything else, do you have to be sarcastic?
Oh, will I ever understand the Americans?
Nobody asked you to. Good night. And goodbye.
Oh. I say, you must tell me something. Did you just see a hideous giant with a ghastly green face?
I see them all the time, friend. All the time.
Boy, my father-in-law, the fur piece. I'll bet we get caught.
We should have said so on board ship. There's nothing we can do about it now.
Excuse me. British subject? Yes, but I have to get off and see a girl.
I'm afraid British subjects must wait here for health clearance.
You don't understand. I made a terrible mistake with her last night.
Consider yourself fortunate, old boy. I've been married to my terrible mistake for 34 years.
What's the matter now?
Emily, that lady's fur piece just snapped at me.
Herbert, so early in the morning.
I'll bet your dumb old father never turns himself back from a wolf.
What's going on here? Last thing I remember, I was on board ship. Now I'm on the docks in England chasing a cat.
And where's Mr. Hennessy, our proper proprietor tonight, Millie?
He's absent on urgent business. You got any complaints?
Not likely.
How you two blokes continues to bring them boxes in and out of Munster Hall is clean past me.
We picks them up, we delivers them to the express office, we get well paid, and that's the whole of it.
Hey, tell me something, lads. Cross me heart and hope to die it'll go no further. You ever took a look inside them coffins you cart about?
They ain't coffins, they're boxes.
And besides, who wants to open a box and chance what's going to look back at you?
Well, now look what you went and done. You fair punctured Hennessy's jugular, you have.
Weird it is. Everybody knows that there's a dread secret about that place.
You ever run into the secret of Munster Hall?
Not us. We makes our deliveries, we makes our pickups, and we don't go prying about, right, Alfie?
Right.
Too frightened, eh, lads?
No, not at all, not in the slightest. Nothing frightens old Alfie.
Be a good lad and look after the pumps, eh?
Right.
Nice slice of cake to yourself.
Right. Sort of makes you wish it was your birthday. Anybody here know how I can get to Munster Hall?
You want Munster Hall?
It's straight on. You can't miss it.
Straight over the hill.
Oh, over the hill to the hall. Thanks.
Now I'm frightened.
There's a vehicle approaching from East Gasping Moor, madam.
It must be Cousin Herman. Children, we shall put the Griffin's Plan A into effect immediately.
My blasted apple didn't go off. Shoddy workmanship.
Stop mumbling, Freddy. We shall retire now, so the impostor and his family will arrive at a darkened house. Crookshanks shall put them in the town. And then we shall throw such a fright into them that they shall be gone before morning.
How sweet. And it's my turn to wear the sheet, and you can work the panels.
I should do no such thing. You work the panels.
I won't.
You will.
I would.
Freddy shall wear the sheet. Now, both of you run upstairs and get ready. There's a pair of gloves.
Ah! Stinker!
Did you ever see anything so beautiful in your whole life?
Oh, it's a dream house.
The Americans are here.
Good.
Are you still thinking about that English guy you met on the boat? Well, why don't you think about him real hard? And then when you go to sleep, he might horse around in your dreams. Thank you, Eddie. Maybe I will. Does that work for you? I don't know. Every girl I want to think about, I hate. Well, good night, Eddie. Good night, Marilyn. Good night, Grandpa.
Hey, good night. Rotten dreams.
I just can't get over it, Lily. To think that this is mine. All mine.
I know, Hermie, baby. But get some sleep now. I want you to look nice when you meet all your relatives tomorrow.
But I just can't sleep, dear. This place is so beautiful. The decor absolutely sends me. And the architecture knocks my brains out. Listen, what's that? Lily, they're playing our song.
Look, Bumblebee. Oh, they even have sliding panels. How nice nice of your family to make us feel so at home.
Lovely, lovely.
Ooh, this is the best yet.
Die!
How do you do, Mr. Dye? I'm Herman Munster, and this is my... You know, Lily,
Yes, Sugar Vein.
I don't know when I've ever felt more welcome in a strange place. Thank you, dear.
Really, children, last night couldn't have been more badly bungled if I'd given it to Parliament to do.
Mumsy, you should have seen him lying there with this great fissure down his forehead. Ghastly. I can hardly use a thing.
It's absolutely true, Mums. Grace, I've warned you time and time again of the evils of exaggeration.
Oh.
Great Scott.
Good morrow, family mine. Oh, and you must be my Aunt Effigy. You know, I can tell, because we both have that same noble Munster brow. Oh, please, please, don't get up. And you must be my cousin Freddie.
If you kiss me, I'll scream.
And you must be Cousin Grace. Oh, Marilyn. Marilyn, you could take a few lessons from Cousin Grace. See what a sandpaper skin and a touch of malnutrition can do for the complexion?
Oh, yes. It does wonders for you, Cousin Grace.
Well, young man, what do you think of Munster Hall?
Weirdsville. What a cuckoo pad.
Doesn't he speak English?
No, it's just American.
May I get you a bite of breakfast, Governor?
Oh, thank you very much, Crookshank. But I am not a governor. I never even made alderman. I am a simple man, a man of the people. You may call me Lord.
I'm Lord Munster. I'm Lord Munster, not him.
Not he, Freddie. The objective pronoun always takes the nominative case.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm Lord Munster. I'm Lord Munster.
Mums, Freddie's bashing his head against the wall, and if he opens a vein, he'll ruin the drapes. There, lovey. You shall be Lord Munster as soon as ever we thought of a tidy way of disposing of the great oaf.
Mumsy, I know it isn't my birthday, but let me do him in.
You do him in, you selfish beastie! Don't you remember what a psychiatrist said about sharing?
Sharing? I'm against this share the wealth business. Very un-British.
Here you are.
Double gins this early in the day, chaps?
We got all some more of them boxes over to Munster Hall, sir. Esquire. Your Honourable.
It takes a brace of double gins to screw up enough backbone to walk through that miserable gate, Squire.
Why, it's disgraceful. Disgraceful. Those monsters sneaking about the country for 300 years, popping bodies into ditches, poisoning the neighbours' cats, and all of them absolutely despicable politically, of course. They ought to be shot. Ought to be shot. Ought to be hung, drawn, and quartered, the lot of them. There you are.
Blast you!
If you ask me, Squire blusters like that because he's afraid of the secret of Munster Hall too.
Mr. Hennessy here could fill you lads in on that. Why, when he was head groom out at Munster, him and the Lady Grace was like two peas in a pod. I suppose when you've been around animals for a long time, it's very difficult to tell one horse face from another. Right? That right, Mr. Hennessy?
And my private life's no concern of the likes of you. What I know about Munster Hall, I keep to myself. Now, you look after the customers, my girl.
Your fault, you say?
Yes, sir. You see, I was thinking of someone else. Of something else.
My dear young woman, do you realize this is the first time I have ever been apologized to by one of your generation? Why, it calls for fireworks at the very least, what? Come down here, lad. Come on down, blast it, and meet this perfectly charming colonial girl, huh?
Really, Squire?
Good heavens, Lester. Must you trumpet all over the house like a wounded wildebeest? I suppose my husband brought you home to meet our son, my dear.
Of course I have. Time he met someone with decent bone structure, instead of those thin-lipped wallabies he finds up in London. I mean, look at the girl. She could give us a dozen grandchildren without even noticing. Are you coming down?
Yes, Dad.
Marilyn.
Roger.
I say, they might at least have the decency to wait until I'd introduced them.
Dear guys, I hope things are okay back there at the parlor. Well, here I am at Munster Hall. We are all making a great effort to adjust to our inherited splendor.
I on the gallows, it's a shame and a sin. Me own blood brother swings. He was innocent, but I turned him in for a cask of ale and 9 shillings.
Where'd you get the hot rod, Sporty?
Oh, it's you, sir. Me late master's racer. Won the Shropshire Road race 12 times in a row. I was his driver. In the 13th race, I hit the wall at East Gosping.
That's what scrambled your bones.
I always thought Squire Moresby forced me off.
Dirty work at the crossroads, eh?
Always was a grudge race between the Munsters and the Squire. Even her ladyship was quite a driver in her day. We always had hopes a Munster heir would come along and bring the trophy home again. Unfortunately, young Master Ferry hasn't got the stomach for racing. Even as a baby, he got car sick in his perambulator.
Thank you, Bridget. Roger will be down as soon as he's made himself presentable.
Yeah? Yes, my dear. A Moresby car has won the Shropshire Trophy for 5 years running. And now it's Roger's turn to carry on.
Oh. Well, I see a Lord Munster won it from 1910 to 1922. I'll bet that was Aunt Effigy's husband.
Did you say Aunt Effigy, dear? Are you by any chance related to the Munsters?
Why, yes. My Uncle Herman and Aunt Lily just inherited Munster Hall. I thought you knew.
Young lady, we haven't had a Munster on this property since 1820, when we caught one of the rotters trying to poison our well.
You mean you don't like the Munsters?
They're loathsome creatures. Really, Roger should have warned us.
In the old days, miss, We'd have set the dogs on you.
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary.
Marilyn, where are you going?
None of your business, you English rat-fink!
And you should see Lily and Eddie making friends here and there in our quaint little village.
Mom,
Yes?
what are tomatoes?
Oh, that's the way they pronounce tomato here, dear. Why?
That's what those guys are throwing at me. Monster, monster, evil eye! Monster, monster, die, die, die!
Oh, really? Come along, Eddie.
And Roger's family practically threw me out of the house. And those kids are throwing tomatoes at me.
And when I tried to go shopping, they closed the doors in my face. It was as though they had something against Munster Hall.
Yeah, and that night in the saloon, everybody there was talking about the secret of Munster Hall.
There is something going on here. And as head of the Munster clan, it is my duty to find out what it is and right the wrong.
Herman Munster, stop playing Prince Valiant. I want you to go to the police and stop trying to be an amateur detective. Do you hear me?
Yes, dear. Of course, dear. Right you are, dear.
Don't you understand? We have to be absolutely quiet.
All right. Absolutely quiet.
Herman!
Dumb old flag.
Herman. Where are you going?
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just
Here, take that. Follow me. There's gotta be a basement under this place. How do we get down there?
I don't know. Let's go back to bed.
Hey, look, this is it. A secret passage. You did it. You did it.
Grandpa, isn't that neato? It's just like your playroom back home.
Come on, follow me. Shh. Hand me your torch. Herman, I must ask Freddie where he gets his slime. It looks imported.
Funny place to put a gate. After you, Grandpa.
Oh, thank you.
It's you, Cousin Eddie.
I can't find my pop, and he always kisses Woof Woof goodnight. Would you kiss Woof Woof goodnight, Cousin Freddie?
I'd rather not.
Well, then would you kiss me goodnight? Thanks, Cousin Freddie.
Herman, wait for me. I can't make it. Easy does it, Herman.
I think the Board of Health would make him put a lid on something like that.
I think I hear something. God. I hope it's only an earthquake. Let's get this over with.
Grandpa?
Yes, sir.
You can let me down now. Grandpa, what are you doing?
Opening the box. Maybe there's someone in here who can tell us what's going on.
Who is it? Anyone we know?
Herman, take a look.
Oh, looky. Play money. Oh, and say, look. Here's a picture of Mary Poppins. But they left off her umbrella.
Oh, Herman, this is the Queen of England, and these are English pounds. Herman, there's something going on here.
Where?
Where? In there. Come on.
Keep ye out.
Oh, Herman, come back here and open the door.
Okay. Allow me.
Photo engraver. Developer. Printing ink. Printing plates.
Printing press. Money.
Money? Herman, they're printing it right here. But there must be millions of pounds. We've stumbled onto a counterfeit ring. Herman, this is the secret of Munster Hall.
Call, please. Call the FBI.
I'm getting...
Get Scotland Yard.
Right, I'll be...
Phone Batman.
I'm gonna...
Car 54, where are you?
Herman, will you knock it off, you knothead?
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. The first thing we're gonna do is we're not gonna tell Lily, Marilyn, or Eddie and get them all upset. No. You and I have got to sit down and decide what to do.
Okay, well, let's go back to bed.
Right. Out!
Herman, where have you been for the last hour?
Well, I just went to get a drink of water.
Uh-huh.
Sure is a long way to the bathroom.
Now, you listen to me, Herman. Herman?
Oh, thank you, Crookshank.
You're welcome, madam.
Cousin Herman has discovered the secret of Munster Hall? How terrible!
Bound to tell the police. And you know how stuffy they are about counterfeiting.
I shouldn't think so. When he came to tell me I convinced the gullible oaf I knew nothing of the goings-on here, I was properly shocked and surprised. Oh, wizard, Mums. I told him I'd inform the authorities and the matter would be taken care of immediately.
But sooner or later he's bound to find out. Mumsy, let me do it in. Pretty please.
He shall be done in, but according to the Griffin's prearranged plan. Yes, dear cousin Herman shall conveniently drive himself into the hereafter in the Shroudshire Road race next Saturday.
Bully, Mums. And I'll be Lord Munster. I'll be Lord Munster.
Oh, Freddie! It has always been a grudge race between the Munsters and the Moresbys. And the Griffin has arranged that there should be an accident on the track, and Roger Moresby shall get the blame.
Cousin Herman isn't a race driver. How could you persuade him to enter the race and get bashed?
He fancies himself as head of the family. We shall appeal to his honor, loyalty, and sense of family pride. How delightfully unscrupulous.
Herman Munster, get out of this car. And what do you mean you have to drive in that road race Saturday?
But Lily, dear, I promised Aunt Effigy I would uphold the family honor. Roger insulted our Marilyn, and Aunt Effigy said it was either this or fight a duel. And you know I don't have a gun permit.
Herman, will you forget the race for a minute? What about that little matter we discovered last night?
I discussed that little matter with Aunt Effigy, and it's all been taken care of. You think I'm stupid or something?
Hermie, baby, they'll have experienced drivers in that race. Well, you could get killed.
Lily, dear, you don't seem to understand. I'm an English lord now. Tally-ho!
I'm sorry, sir, but Miss Marilyn is not at home.
May I come in and write a note?
I'll be glad to give her the flowers and tell her you called.
You be sure and do that now.
I'm always happy to give love a helping hand. Adolescent swine.
And he never tried to get in touch with me, and every time I called, his mother said he was busy and he couldn't talk to me.
There, dear. You've only had your heart broken. Wait till you've had a stake driven through it 6 times like I have.
I only wish Uncle Herman hadn't wrecked that car so he could beat Roger in the race.
Your Uncle Herman will think of something. We Munsters aren't the type to take things lying down.
How is it?
Nice snug fit.
You know, we're short of parts. I was lucky to dig this up. It'll be great for the body.
Hey, Grandpa, these pipe organ parts will make neat exhaust pipes.
Oh, great. Thank you, Eddie.
And looky what I found. Some peachy headlights.
Oh, you know, we're going to have a terrific racer here. I used the motor out of our family car. I'm going to soup it up a little, stick in a high-lift cam and a blower.
Boy, Dad, you're going to wipe him at the race tomorrow. You're going to shut them all down. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Oh, boys, I am going to be the hottest driver in the race. Oh, 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 oh. How sweet that is.
Gentlemen?
Thanks, love. There's no contest. Squires Boyle win it hands down.
I don't see it that way at all. Hennessy, I'll put another 5 on Nedder.
All right, you're on for another 5.
I'd stick with Moresby. He's got the hottest rig in the race.
Of course, Worthington might have an outside chance. Drinks Irish whiskey, he does, you know.
What's the matter with you two blokes? I've seen zombies at the flickers looking happier than you two.
You'd have the wobblers too if you'd seen what we seen the other night at Munster Hall.
Well, look who's here. Mr. Freddie Munster. Oh, we are honoured, aren't we?
What'll you have, sir?
Well, if it isn't Hennessy, our late horse groom. I didn't recognize you without a pitchfork in your hands. I must say you've cleaned up frightfully well.
What's your pleasure, sir?
We'll talk about that later. In the meantime, I'll have an enormous scotch and a teeny-weeny drop of soda. Oh, I say, Hennessy. Bookmaking, eh? You'll be smoking next.
You care to make a little wager?
I might at that. 55?
£50 on your cousin, the American.
Oh, no. On young Moresby. On the nose.
Hurry up, Pop! You don't want to miss the race!
Boy, I can hardly wait to burn rubber in this rail.
The race starts in an hour. Eddie and I are going to run ahead so we can get good seats in the grandstand.
Good.
Yeah, I don't want to miss it when you wipe out that Roger guy.
Say, where's your Aunt Lily and Grandpa?
Oh, they'll be along. They're in the house getting ready.
Well, I just hope they don't get tied up and miss the start.
Listen, Buster, this is modern-day England. You can't get away with knocking off Herman.
That's what makes the whole thing so delightful. We can. You see, this will look like an ordinary routine racing accident, and if there is any blame, it will attach to that loathsome oaf, Roger Moresby.
Oh, Freddie Munster, you're not a very nice person.
I am a thorough rotter, like all the Munsters before me, and proud of it. Unfortunately, I'm not the brains behind this little scheme. Well, aren't you going to ask me who is? Oh, don't be a spoil sport. Please ask me.
All right. Who is?
The Griffin. A brilliant character who set up this counterfeiting operation, knowing that the Munster reputation would frighten off busybodies. The Griffin also thought up this scheme for doing in dear cousin Herman.
Oh, you can't get away with this. We'll go to the police.
Well, who will believe you, you silly billies? The accident will take place in broad daylight in front of hundreds of people. Do make yourselves comfortable, won't you?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and on behalf of the management of the annual Shropshire Road Race, may we thank you for coming to see the events today. We can assure you you're in for an exciting time. So sit back, relax, and have fun. The first race will begin in approximately 5 minutes.
Golly, I don't see Pop anywhere. There's Roger. Please, Eddie, I'm ignoring him. I hope those guys didn't bring any more tomatoes.
Now, watch your RPMs on those hairpin curves, and whatever you do, keep an eye on that Munster car. Those bounders would do anything to win.
Right, Ted.
Above all, drive carefully, dear. Don't you think you better wear a sweater?
Oh, Mother. Look, if you see Marilyn, try and find out why I haven't heard from her.
Of course I will, darling.
Good luck.
All drivers, check with starter, 5 minutes.
a 2, a 3.
Oh, Father, that was wonderful.
Nothing. Little trick I picked up from Houdini.
Oh, we just have to get out of here and warn Herman.
The annual Shroudshire race will be underway in just a moment.
There's Roger! I thought you were ignoring him. Oh, yes, I forgot. Hey, there's Pop! Go, Uncle Herman! Go, go, go!
Carry on, Roger!
Gentlemen, start your motor. And they're off.
Oh, I say, what's this?
It's a tomato, sir.
Oh, Grandpa, what are we going to do? They'll kill Herman. They'll kill him. They'll kill him.
Wait a minute. There's somebody coming.
It's you two chaps.
That's who it is, sir.
We come for a pickup, sir.
Right, in there.
You want us to go in there?
In the secret room?
Come on, get a move on. There are only 2 left, and that's the last.
I can't say that's a pity.
If you see anything or anybody in there, just ignore them, eh?
Glad to hear that too, sir. That's the 2 of them, sir.
Good, Sheriff.
Crikey, they're getting heavier all the time.
Never mind. Just pretend it's your mother-in-law.
Yeah, try.
There we are.
I do believe it's time to take it out of first.
And the Munster car takes the lead in a tremendous burst of speed.
Joey, your stomach's growling again.
It is not. It's your old joints are creaking, mate.
It's your stomach.
And I say it's your joint.
Joey,
Yeah?
Whatever's creaking and whatever's growling is creaking and growling from back there!
Finishing the first lap.
Roger must have had steering wheel trouble.
Oh, trouble nothing. He's trying to wreck my pop. Roger, how could you?
driver.
How's it going?
All right. The Griffin should nail him next time round.
Good.
By the by, why aren't you guarding the prisoners?
Don't worry about them. They're safely locked up in the vault.
Oh, poor Herman. I'll never see him again.
Lily! Look, horses.
Grandpa, what if we get caught?
Listen, it won't be the first time I was hanged as a horse thief.
Hey, Pop's in the lead. Oh, I wonder where Grandpa and Aunt Lily are. They're gonna miss the whole race.
They've got Roger boxed it.
That's Worthington, forced into the infield by Moresby.
I say, that was rather a shabby trick.
Yes, not a bit like our dear Roger.
I'm beginning to think it was just like your dear Roger.
Next time I steal a horse, it's gonna have handles on it.
You're doing fine, Grandpa. No one would ever know you've never been on a horse before.
Oh, boy, I'll never make it on foot. Wait. Let me Yeah, look. I sure hope these pills aren't mixed up again. Hate to turn into Mr. Clean at a time like this.
Ivy, oh, do stop breathing down my neck. You'll tarnish my necklace.
I can't help it. I'm so nervous. If the griffin doesn't do him in pretty quickly, I'll break out in dirty great lumps. By the way, where's my darling Mumsy?
I don't know. I don't understand her missing this. She so enjoys a good killing.
Gracie, you can tell me. Mumsy is the griffin, isn't she?
I haven't the slightest. You mean you don't know who the griffin is?
Of course I don't know. And it makes me mad. Mad. Mad.
Halloo! The largest fox I've ever seen. Tally ho!
And our Lord Munster is making his move.
Oh, boy, Pop's gonna win!
I say, Roger isn't out of it yet. Oh, I say, Roger's pitman accidentally spilled oil on the track.
He may flip over. No, he's fighting the wheel, and there he goes. Over the finish line, backwards. In a beautiful display of driving skill, Lord Munster is the winner.
Stinkers won. Now I'll never be Lord Munster. Never, never, never.
Stop that sniveling, you idiot! The griffin hasn't finished with the nets!
It wasn't me. Someone took my place.
I'm so glad it wasn't you. Oh!
I bet Mum was the griffin.
I bet it's Hennessy, our ex-groom. He always did want to get up in the world.
By Jove, I got it. It's Crookshank. You know, whenever the Americans make a picture about the British, it's always the butler.
That's not our son.
Millie from the pub, the Griffin. That's ridiculous.
I thought you knew too much about sports cars for a barmaid.
I say, chaps, what's going on?
What's going on? This imposter's been trying to kill you throughout the entire race.
Really? I just put it down to poor sportsmanship. But why would they want to kill me?
They're a bad lot, your lordship. Them monsters would do anything to get the title back for Freddie, even to doing you inside.
You mean that when I was forced off the road that she hit, and the oil? Do me in. You...
I am going to drive!
Oh, I say, what a filthy, rotten trick.
Lady Effigy and the butler, sir. They're getting away.
To the airport, and hurry, my good man.
I think you mean to the police station, don't you, my good woman?
Dear guys, we are leaving now for home. It has all been very exciting. Millie the barmaid was Crookshank's daughter. He taught her how to drive, and Millie, under the pseudonym of the Griffin, set up the counterfeit ring. In return, Aunt Effigy promised her she would marry Freddie and become Lady Munster. That's why they kept trying to put me in a, as we say in our business, in embalming condition. Love and kisses. Hermy, baby. There, all set. Where's Marilyn?
Oh, she's out in the garden saying goodbye to Roger.
Oh, good. I've been anxious to meet her young man face to face.
You know, I think it's wonderful, your family giving this place to the town and all.
Well, we were all homesick, and Uncle Herman just isn't the type to be a lord. Well, it's getting late, and I've got to run.
I'd just like to say that I'll be doing quite a bit more racing in America than I'd planned.
The last time you kissed me, you started seeing things, and we had a fight.
Don't be silly.
Don't tell me you saw something this time.
Well, not a thing. Not a blessed thing.
It's a shame we have to leave on such a miserable night.
I'll take care of that. A little instant rainstorm.
Good.
Well, you can't win them all.
Hey, wait for me! Hurry up, Marilyn!